Hey guys, Radio MMA back here with another video. This time we're going to do something a little different. We're going to do a fantasy prediction video. There's been a lot of talk between Jon Bones Jones, the current pound-for-pound fighter of the world, and the former light heavyweight champion, Chuck the Iceman Liddell. It all started when Chuck Liddell appeared on the Fighter and the Kid podcast. They asked him, Prime versus Prime, who would win the fight, and Chuck Liddell was very confident saying he would have taken that win. Then John hears about this, he takes to Twitter, and he says about Chuck Liddell, you should have fought smarter and saved some chin. Referencing the end of Chuck Liddell's career where he was getting knocked out left, right, and center. He lost 5 out of his last 6 fights in the UFC. That pissed Chuck Liddell off because Jon Jones just, threw that out there. He didn't tag Chuck in it or anything. So when they were at UFC 196, I guess they met up. And Jon Jones said to Chuck that his feelings were hurt and all this. And Chuck's like, man, tag me in it. You're going to say that stuff about my career? Tag me in it so I can respond. It's like you just posted it out there, kind of doing it behind my back because I don't follow you. I don't know what you're saying. And so they, kind of squashed the beef and everything. And then John is like, hey, can we do a pose-down picture? Do a face-off. So they face off, and next thing you know, Dana White's running over because he just turned around and seen them, like, facing off, and he comes running over, scared that they're going to start scrapping. And then this past, I guess, Friday on Access TV, Chuck Liddell was on there with Mauro Ranallo and Bas Rutten, and he said, they were asking him about everything again. And he told Mauro and Bas, here, let me load it up here. What did he say? He says, and joked that if Jones keeps up his talk, he might have to come out of retirement to fight him at the UFC's expected debut at Madison Square Garden later this year. He also said, of course I would beat him in my prime, said Liddell. I'll beat him right now. If you got a problem, let's go. I'm not going to get mad at him. If he says he can beat me in his prime, he should say that. If I'm your coach, you better say that. Forget about prime. I'll beat you right now. So, want to do a prediction video on this fantasy matchup. If it happened today. If it happened today, say they were going to fight at this New York card, let's break it down. Chuck Liddell stands 6'2". He's 46 years old. He is 79-inch reach. He trains at the Pit, and his head coach is John Hackelman. Jon Bones Jones, 28, 6'4", 84.5 reach. That gives him a 6-inch reach advantage. Jackson's MMA. His coaches are Mike Winklejohn and Greg Jackson. He has a 21-1 MMA career. So, breaking down this fight, it's pretty simple. Jon Jones by complete and utter destruction. I don't care if the fight happens now or back when Chuck Liddell was in his prime. There's no way he handles Jon Jones. No way. All Chuck had was takedown defense and a hell of a hand. He can knock pretty much anyone out, but you need more than that. You need to be well-rounded in this day and age. And Jon Bones Jones is the greatest fighter of all time. Enough said. The only guy in the conversation with Jon Jones, for me, is Anderson Silva. But if Jon keeps going the way he is, without a doubt, pound for pound, greatest of all time. What do you guys think? Do you think Chuck Liddell could have hung with Jon Bones Jones? Hit me up. Twitter, Radio MMA, or subscribe below. Thanks, guys.